Good morning, Mr. Cox.
I'm gonna throw you into the monkey wrench. What is that?
No, it's not that. I don't know. I don't know her size. Her shoes. She's gonna come out with orange chanclas. Is that right? What do you want?
What is it? Trial. You know, if you ask for a trial, they will give you a trial.
No.
Court is calling 2023 CR 4317B State versus Marco Antonio Moreno Vasquez. Oh, the interpreter's not set up. Oh, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we have an interpreter here. To the interpreter, if you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do.
All right, if you'll state your name for the record.
Your Honor, the interpreter's name is Jorge Valle.
All right, and could I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway and Lauren Espinosa for the state.
David A. Garcia, attorney for Marco Moreno Vasquez.
All right, and I see that your client is present, is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
And are both parties ready to proceed?
State's ready, Your Honor.
All right,
That's ready.
thank you. The deputy has informed me that all of the jurors are present. State, do you have your next witness?
Yes, Judge.
If y'all would like to have them on the stand. So Vashon, I guess they are sitting in photos of the tornado that touched down.
Did it destroy any houses?
No, they're telling me that it hit at the rim.
Did it destroy any stores?
Yes.
It destroyed the Palladium? Oh, that blows. That's the theater I go to.
Well, so are we not going to be able to see the Odyssey?
How does discount tickets though?
Yeah.
I was gonna wait till that came out.
Oh, you could be seated. But no, and then somebody said some signs were down or something. But then they did say that they had storm chasers.
Stays.
Oh, yeah. And you know what else? I still don't, for the life of me, unless you're living in the Twilight fantasy land, I don't understand why in every movie, vampire hunters always want to go hunt the vampire. Oh, we're going to start at 5:30 p.m. Shouldn't you start at the crack of dawn, check the weather to make sure it's not going to be overcast? Vashon, that's when I would leave some people behind. I would say, look, everybody, we all need to be at my house at 6:30 a.m. Are we ready?
Ready?
Yes, let's bring them in.
All right, to the jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated. I hope everyone had an easy time finding parking today and made it okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a different interpreter here today. They have already been sworn in. They're sitting at the back of the room. To the interpreter, if at any time there's something you can't hear from a witness, just let us know. All right. And state and defense, I believe you both have agreed to withdraw state's exhibit number 69.
That's correct, Your Honor.
That is agreed to, Judge.
All right, then state's exhibit number 69 is withdrawn. State, call your next witness.
State calls Deputy Pettis.
All right. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give would be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Before you start, could you just, that microphone is so everyone can hear. If you could just say test, test, so we can see if the interpreter is able to hear, please.
Test, test.
Thank you. All right, if you will state your name for the record and spell your last name, please.
Deputy Reyes, Perez, last name Perez.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Thank you. Deputy Pettis, how are you currently employed?
Through Bear County Sheriff's Office.
And are you a certified peace officer with the sheriff's office?
I am,
How long have you been with the sheriff's office?
almost 10 years.
Can you explain to the jury the training that you had to undergo to become a member of the sheriff's office?
Yes, ma'am. So I went through a police academy at San Antonio College for approximately 11 months. Afterwards, you have to apply to an agency. I applied to Bear County. I went through detention first, which the academy back then was about 3 months. Afterwards, I did about 3 years in the jail. Decided to transfer off to law enforcement. We have to go through another academy, which was approximately 3 or 4 months as well. And lastly, we go through an FTO program, which is about another 3 months.
Okay. And what is your current title and assignment with the sheriff's office?
So I'm a deputy, but I work the mental health side. So I do mental health warrants.
Okay. Back in February of 2023, were you employed with the sheriff's office?
I was.
And what was your assignment then?
I was a patrol deputy.
Okay. And is that just regular patrol?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so on February 16th of 2023, were you working as a patrol deputy with the sheriff's office?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you recall what shift that you were working?
Second shift.
Okay, and do you recall how long that runs?
About 8 hours.
Okay, what time does it start? Is that the midday shift or the overnight shift?
So it's midday. If you're a net unit, which I was that day, you start at 3 and it ends at
So from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Okay. And on this day, were you in uniform?
yes,
Were you in a marked patrol unit?
yes,
And were you working alone or with a partner?
with the partner,
And who was your partner on that day?
Deputy Maxwell.
Okay. And on February 16th of 2023, were you dispatched to 7718 Winsford Drive, San Antonio, Texas, 78239?
That's correct.
And do you recall what type of location that was?
Residential, duplex type area.
Okay. And was that located in Bear County, Texas?
That's correct.
And do you recall why you were dispatched to that address?
For a shooting.
Now, is there a specific case number that is assigned to the call that you worked on that day?
Yes.
Do you recall that case number? Shortly after you wrapped up the call, did you complete a report of what you did on the scene?
Yes.
And would it help you refresh your memory as to the case number, if you were able to review a copy of that report?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Deputy Pettis, I'm showing you what has been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit E. Can you flip through that and take a look at it for me? Okay, and does that appear to be a fair and accurate copy of the report that you generated on the offense date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you please tell the jury what was the case number that was associated with the call that you responded to?
It's 2023 BCSO 003526.
Okay. And can you please describe to the jury the scene that you encountered upon arrival?
Yes, so we received the call for a shooting, specifically they were saying that a male was shot. Upon arrival, I witnessed two females outside the residential area. I asked if anybody was injured or hurt. They did, they pointed towards the entryway of the property. There was another male on scene as well who guided me to where the victim was. I didn't see the victim. I turned him over because he was facing down. I turned him over to see if he was responsive. He wasn't. Immediately after, I started rendering first aid.
Okay. Now I kind of want to back up to the point where you made contact with one male and two females. You stated that they pointed you to the area where you needed to respond to, is that correct?
That's correct.
And so upon making an entry at that 7718 Winsford address, how were you able to gain access to the area where the complainant was?
So there's a small doorway on the left side of the residence, and the homeowner was the one that guided me to where the victim was.
Okay. When you say doorway, was it an actual door or was it like a fence?
Yeah, it's a fence.
Okay. And did that appear to be the only entry exit way to that property?
That's correct.
Okay. And just do you recall what time that you responded to that location?
It was approximately at 9:45.
Okay. And so once you were, did you state that you took life-saving measures with the complainant?
Yes, with the victim, I'm sorry.
Okay. And can you just explain what you did to him once you were able to gain contact with him?
With the victim, yes, ma'am. So, like I said, so when I arrived, he was face down. I turned him over to see if he was responsive, which he wasn't. I immediately ran back to the deep wood again to get my IFAC, my first aid kit, which contains chest seals, trauma shears, things of that nature. I came back. I instructed my partner, Deputy Maxwell, to put on his gloves while I cut off the victim's shirt. As soon as I cut off the victim's shirt, I noticed a gunshot wound, applied some chest seals, and my partner started compressions.
Okay. And so did you and Deputy Maxwell kind of switch off rendering compressions until EMS arrived and took over that aspect of it?
Yes, ma'am. So my Deputy Maxwell did eventually tag me in a sense, that's what we call it. He was tired and told me to take over as EMS was coming. EMS ended up taking over my chest compressions.
Okay. And did the victim transfer custody to EMS so that they could transport him somewhere else?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you know where he's transported to?
Yes, ma'am. To Samson.
Okay.
Hey, excuse me.
And so after EMS takes custody of the victim's body, then what did you do on scene?
So after that, we do shift into our like more investigative mode.
And I'm gonna ask that the witness testifies to him, not we.
All right, if you'll just state what you did personally.
So afterwards, I did shift into more investigative mode, and I started canvassing the area either for any investigative evidence, showcasing witnesses, start identifying people that were on scene, things of that nature.
Okay. Did you observe any shell casings there at the location?
I did, yes, ma'am.
Do you recall how many?
Yes, ma'am. 4.
Okay. And did you identify anyone there on scene that needed to be preliminary interviewed?
Yes, ma'am. So I identified the homeowner, the two females that I identified, or that I came into contact with at the beginning.
Okay, and so did you ever make contact with the individual that lived at 7716 Winsford Drive?
Yes, I did.
And do you recall what that individual's name was?
Lorraine, I believe.
Okay, and can you describe her demeanor when you were speaking with her?
Sure, when I first made, after I made contact with her, she did, appear spooked, scared.
Okay, and then did you also take preliminaries, who were the other two people, the homeowners of 7718 that you identified?
Yes, ma'am. The female was, the wife of the homeowner was identified as Ma Salas. And, the homeowner himself was, Mr. Gerardo Salas.
Excuse me, could you spell those names for the court reporter, please?
Yes, ma'am. Gerardo is Gerado. Last name Salas, Salas. For the wife, it's Ma. And last name Salud, Salud.
All right, state you may continue.
Okay, and so then after. Well, let me ask you this, so when those people were they identified as witnesses, or what were they identified as?
Potential witnesses, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so when you're dealing with potential witnesses, what is the routine protocol? Are they allowed back in the crime scene once it's secured? Or do they have to be placed in a patrol car or somewhere else secure?
Yes, ma'am, we separate them as best as we can, that way we can keep the events intact.
Okay. And so after you take a preliminary statement from them, is it your job to do follow-up with them or the investigative unit's job?
It's the investigative unit.
Okay. Now, at some point, did you ever enter the residence that was located there at the 7718 Winsford Drive?
I did.
Okay. Can you tell us, did you observe anything of evidentiary value inside of that home?
Yes, ma'am, there was a DVR that did have some recordings.
Okay. And when you inspected the DVR that was there at the 7718 Winsford residence, do you recall how many views you were able to see on that screen?
I would say about 3.
Okay. And when you inspected that DVR system, there on that day, was there any camera view that captured the pool table area?
No, ma'am, I remember seeing a camera that was angled to that area, but it was not displaying on the DVR.
Okay. And also when you inspected the DVR, did there appear to be any signs of tampering or anything going on with that?
No, ma'am.
Now after the victim was transported from the Winsford residence to the hospital, did you kind of inspect the area where his body was found?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you observe any blood trails projecting from that area?
I didn't check for blood trails, but it did seem that the blood was contained where the victim was found.
Okay, so when you say you didn't check, are you saying that you didn't do a complete walkabout of the property?
That's correct, so I did walk the property for different reasons, but I wasn't specifically looking for blood trails, that's correct.
Okay, but to your memory, the blood seemed to be contained to the area where the victim's body was found, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now after you responded on scene, rendered aid to the victim, and took those preliminary statements from the 3 witnesses that you described, did you do anything else of substantive value in this case?
No, ma'am.
Okay. While you were on scene, were follow-up units contacted to respond to the area?
Yes, ma'am, which CID and crime scene.
Okay, CID, what does that stand for?
I'm sorry, for the criminal investigation division.
Okay, and are those like detective investigators?
Yes,
All right, and then you said crime scene unit as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you just provide scene security once those follow-up units arrived?
That's correct.
And after that, did that complete the end of your duties on scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. During this time, were you equipped with a body worn camera?
Yes, ma'am.
Deputy, I'm showing you what has been marked as State's Exhibit 75. Can you take a look at that and tell me if you recognize it?
Yes.
And what is State's Exhibit 75?
All right. Go ahead, ma'am.
And have you had a chance to review State's Exhibit 75 prior to your testimony today? And when you viewed it, did it appear to be a fair and accurate copy of the events as they unfolded on the offense date?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you watched it, did you affix your signature to it?
That's
Okay. And except to comply with legal rules, has there been any alterations to State's Exhibit number 75? Okay. At this time, the state offers State's Exhibit 75 and tenders the same to defense for inspection.
Okay, take them on voir dire, Your Honor.
Yes.
So Officer Pettis, when's the last time you looked at this video that I'm holding, State's Exhibit number 75?
Maybe about a month ago. I don't recall exactly.
And did you initial it then?
Yes, sir.
No objection.
All right, State's Exhibit number 75 is admitted without objection.
And permission to publish, Your Honor.
Granted. Does the monitor work?
Questions?
Could you call down the IT, please?
It's working.
Oh, it's working?
Thank you.
Okay. We'll have them on standby.
Deputy, can you explain to the jury what they're viewing here?
This is when I first arrived on scene, as I explained the two females. And the male that I first encountered, this is gonna be the later identified homeowner, which takes me where the victim was. Here he points out the victim, which I find laying face down. Turn him over to see if he's breathing conscious. I try to see if there's any, if I can identify any injuries that I can, assist with. That's when I determine, I see the blood, I determine there has been a gunshot wound to the upper chest area. From here, I go to my vehicle to try and get that first aid kit. And unfortunately, when we work with partners, sometimes they keep the keys, right? So that was the situation here. Fortunately, my partner had a first aid kit as well. And I retrieved, grabbed these.
And that fence entrance that we just saw in State's Exhibit, was that the only way in and out of the property to your knowledge?
Yes, sir. Here I instructed my partner to put on the gloves while I cut the victim's shirt.
And during your life-saving measures with the victim, did he ever display any signs of life to you? Was he ever responsive or no?
No. This year it's EMS starting to show up on scene.
And can you just tell the jury, in a scene like this, what is the number one priority? Is it preserving evidence first or rendering aid to the victim first?
Yes, we want to render aid to the victim, try to preserve life. First thing we want to do.
And then after that's completed, is that when you shift more into your investigative mode?
That's correct.
And so the fence that you're standing by, is that what you had earlier referred to as the doorway?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. This is when my partner asked me to take over compressions.
Okay. And what we see on the state's exhibit is that kind of blocked from your positioning of your arms to do the CPR.
That's correct.
We'll go ahead and fast forward through this. And so at this time, is custody of the victim's body being transferred to EMS for transport?
That's correct.
And so after the victim's body is handed over to EMS, at this time, did you go and attempt to gain a statement from Lorraine, the DO?
Yes, ma'am, this is where I started shifting more into life saving mode to more of the investigative mode and start trying to what we call molecular finding work. So I was trying to see what I can do. And in this case was identifying people or finding any evidence on scene.
Okay. So I fast forward to the 21-minute mark, where are you at this point?
This is gonna be at Miss Lorraine's residence. So I went back to my CAD and was able to obtain the original card. So this is 7716 Winsford Drive.
Okay.
And made contact with her. So I'm just explaining to her who I am, and to get any preliminary statements to then report to the investigator whenever they do a reference to. Any information like name, date of birth, that you might have heard, seen.
And were you able to access the 7716 residence from the 7718 residence, or did you have to exit 7718 and then walk across and then enter 7716?
That's correct, and they're divided.
Okay.
Two different.
Judge, at this time, we pass the word.
All right, defense.
Good morning, Deputy Pettis. What's your first name again?
Reyes, sir.
Reyes?
Yes, sir.
Ray or Reyes?
Reyes.
So when you got this call, do you remember what time that was at?
Approximately 9:45. 9:45, sir.
Could you move that microphone closer to you? I'm having.
I'll split it. Approximately 9:45.
Is that AM or PM?
PM, sir.
Were you in a marked patrol vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Were you alone?
No, sir.
Who was with you?
Deputy Maxwell.
So you guys rush over to this location, right?
Sure.
Well, I mean, you didn't, did you put your lights on and drive over there?
Yes, the lights is already
So
closed.
you're trying to get there as soon as possible,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
You weren't lollygagging.
Yes, sir.
So you get to the location. It didn't take you long to get there, did it?
I don't recall how.
And you're trying to go in. Now, from your training, when you get a call about somebody shot, you're on alert, correct?
That's correct, sir.
Why?
Somebody just got shot.
What else?
Possible additional threats.
Right. So weren't you trained at the academy to also protect yourself
That's correct.
and your partner?
That's correct, sir.
So if you hear of a shooting, that means somebody had a weapon, correct?
That's correct, sir.
And so when you get to the location, you don't know when that shooting occurred, do you?
No, sir.
So there could still be a possible threat there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you guys are trying to get into the location as soon as possible, and you run into these people who guide you, right?
Yes, sir.
And they take you straight to where this man's on the ground,
Yes, sir.
who now we know is the deceased.
That's correct.
And did you start working on him or did your partner?
I believe, so I was the one that initially cut off the shirt for the victim, and then my partner started working.
Okay. Were you two the first ones there at the scene?
Yes, sir.
How long did it take for someone else to arrive?
I don't recall.
Who regarding law enforcement or first responders showed up immediately after you did?
If I had to go based off of memory, I want to say Deputy Montemayor. Montemayor.
Yeah, but you watched that video with us, right?
Yes, sir.
And that didn't refresh your memory as to who got there right after you did?
No, sir, because somebody could have got there and been maybe taken off the crime scene, and then the following deputy maybe worked away and whatever was outside.
So you know Deputy Montemayor got there at some point. Who else arrived besides EMS?
Like deputy wise, it was Deputy J Rod, Jay Rodriguez, crime scene, CID,
Who arrived from crime scene?
I believe his name was Sanders,
And who arrived from CID?
Investigator Levarios,
How do you spell that?
Levarios.
The Vadios. Okay.
Could you spell it for the court reporter, please? All right.
Yes.
Okay, and that's a deputy, right? I mean, a detective.
Detective.
So we see on the video that you guys are working furiously to try to revive or keep this man alive.
Yes, sir.
And then EMS shows up and they take over.
Yes, sir.
Now, at some point, it looks like you get back involved on the pumping of the victim at this point. Why were you doing that while EMS was already there?
So my partner instructed me to take over and help him. So EMS gets there and they're not ready to go. Sometimes they gotta set up like oxygen tanks, like I think it's called the Lucas machine. They gotta do things like that before they.
Does the pumping for,
Yeah, so they gotta do things like that too before they can take over.
so it was a team effort.
That's correct.
And as soon as we see on the video, the deceased at that point who's still alive gets moved to an ambulance, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you follow him because the body cam shows us following,
Yes, sir.
and that's you, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so as soon as they put him in the ambulance, that part of your service is done, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then the prosecutor asked you, at that point, you switched to investigation.
Yes, sir.
So tell us again, what exactly did you do from that moment that the deceased is put in the ambulance? What do you do?
So I start just, as I said previously, we have this term, it's called, look for work, right?
I can't hear you.
Look for work, that's the term that we use, look for work, right? So.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Look for work, we
Okay.
have a term that we use, just look for work,
Look for work?
stay busy, basically.
Okay,
So I immediately start doing that, looking for work. The first thing I do is identify anybody that's on scene. Start looking for cameras, anything that could be of investigative value.
and does that entail you walking around the perimeter of this pool table area?
Sure.
Tell the jury what exactly you did.
So immediately after I started, again, just looking to see what I can do, I identified everybody that was on scene, which included the homeowner, his wife, the neighbor, the homeowner's kids, anybody that might have been there recently. The cameras, I noticed the cameras, I walked inside, like prosecutor said, and saw the DVR there on inside the house as well.
And then at some point, the prosecutor asks you if you're looking for a blood trail.
That's
Tell this jury what exactly you did regarding that.
so we did not look for, or I did not look for any blood trails. When I was walking around, I didn't notice any additional blood. And like I said previously, it seemed like the blood was contained to where the victim was.
So tell the jury what exactly you did about walking around. Did you just stay in the area, into that doorway area from the gate? Or did you actually walk? Because how big was that residence, this duplex, sort of?
Not big, sir.
But it had yard all the way around it, didn't it?
There is yard in the front, yes.
Did you ever walk to the back?
I do not, sir.
So we don't know anything about the back area, or at least you don't.
That's
Right.
correct.
And you didn't walk to the other side either, did you?
What other side, sir?
Well, there's the entrance, and then to the left, you can see part of a yard, correct? And we know, and you don't know whether there's a yard in the back,
That's
right?
correct. Yes, sir.
Okay, so on the other side, on the right-hand side, might there be a yard also?
Possibly, yes, sir.
We don't know about that because you didn't go walk around.
That's correct.
Do you know if that gate that we see on the video where all the cars are parked and then you encounter the gate, is that the only entrance or exit to this locale? Or are there other entrances and exits?
To the best of my knowledge, that was the only entrance.
Okay, did you go check and see?
No, sir.
Okay, so you can't tell this jury that you're sure one way or the other, right?
That's correct.
So talking about blood trails, we see the blood on the video and the DA's put photos of like 3 or 4 blood spots by the pool table, right?
Yes, sir.
But the area that everybody's walking in and out of by that wooden gate, did you ever look down to see if there was a blood trail there?
Yes, sir.
And did you see one?
Mm.
Did you use a flashlight when you were doing this?
Yes, sir. That's how we actually found one of the casings.
Okay, and I'd ask that you say just what you did, not we.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. I understand you work as a team, but
Yes,
when
sir.
you're testifying, it's gotta be what you did.
Yes, sir.
Regarding the casings, who found the casings, you or one of the other officers?
It was a team effort.
So which casings did you find, you know?
They were under the pickup truck that was on the driveway.
Were all the casings out on the driveway, or were there some in the yard leading up to that, where the entrance to the pool table? I mean?
So there was 3 in the driveway area, and there was 1 at the back fence. That doorway.
So basically, they were all either at that gate or by the vehicles.
That's correct.
None in the yard that you saw.
No, sir. That's
Did you ever talk to the CID detective?
I did, sir.
And did you ever talk to the CSI person that was there?
Yes, sir. I did.
And you think that person was Sanders?
Yes, sir. I re-recall it.
And without telling me exactly what you said to them, basically, what was the purpose of that conversation?
Preliminary information, what I have found so far.
Did you walk that person around or you just gave them the information?
Just gave information, sir.
How long were you at that crime scene? Do you remember?
I don't, sir.
And the prosecutor asked you regarding the DVR if there were signs of tampering. What did you mean by that?
It wasn't tampered with. I didn't see any like. I've worked cases in the past where people break into houses and things like that. You can tell if things have been knocked down, broken, tampered with. I didn't see anything like any forced entry into the home. I didn't see, anything out of the ordinary.
Did you check to see if this was a robbery?
No, sir. That wasn't my. The first thing I did when I got that.
And the people that directed you to the location, without telling me what they said, did you come to conclude about your investigation whether they were present when the shooting occurred?
Yes, sir.
And were they present when the shooting occurred?
only the neighbor, but not at the 7718.
They weren't at the scene of the shooting.
That's correct,
They were nearby.
yes,
So to the actual shooting, there were no witnesses.
no, that's 7718, that's correct, sir.
And regarding the DVR, you don't know if somebody went in there and deleted anything or added anything, correct?
Right, digital forensics, no, I don't agree.
You just know that it was damaged or looked like somebody was trying to tear it apart.
Right, physical. Correct.
Did you, and do you ever utilize this in your investigations when you're walking around looking for shell casings? Do you use a magnet, like one of those huge magnets to walk around to try to pick them up?
No, sir,
Why not?
that's more of a possible crime scene thing that they do.
So it might be something crime scene does.
Yes,
Did you walk around with the crime scene officer?
no, sir.
Did you see the crime scene officer utilize that method?
No, sir.
Now, when you were in investigation mode, you came to conclude as part of your investigation that somebody had been there recently at the location, correct? And what was the name of that person that was there recently?
Uvaldo Salas Escobedo. That's gonna be UVALDO. Last name SALAS. Additional last name ESCOBEDO.
And he was the brother to somebody there, right?
Yes, sir.
And did you turn that information over to the detectives?
That's correct.
But you didn't go any further in the investigation and try to contact that person, did you?
No, sir.
That wasn't your job at that point.
That's correct.
And you don't recall how long you were there at the scene?
I don't, sir.
Does 2.5 hours sound about right?
Yes, sir.
Did you look for any actual bullets at the scene by the pool table?
I did not, sir.
And whose job was it to check the spent shell casings that were recovered for potential either DNA or fingerprints?
CID, sir.
Not you,
No, sir.
and you don't know if that was done.
No, sir.
What about gunshot residue on the victim's hands? Did anyone take care of that at the scene?
If anything, crime scene or CID will follow with that.
I'll pass the witness.
State?
Just really briefly, so you said that the crime scene investigator, you don't recall his name, but you believe it to be Sanders, is that correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna play the state's exhibit 75 at 49 minutes.
75?
Yes. Okay, does that appear to be, can you see who's reflected in state exhibit 75?
Yes.
Is that the crime scene investigator that was in charge of the crime scene on that day?
That's correct.
Okay. We pass the witness.
Method first.
All right, is this witness excused or subject to recall?
Subject to recall, Judge.
All right, just make sure that you're available if either party wishes to recall you. If you would leave the exhibits with the court reporter, please. And to the interpreter, I'm sorry, I didn't let you know this beforehand, but if you ever need a break, just let us know, or if you need to switch out. All right, State, you may call your next witness.
Judge, can you?
Yes. Oh, where's the, oh, there you are. All right, this is a hearing outside the presence.
No, he's, yeah,
All right, this is a hearing outside the presence of the jury.
Judge, I've got to get the defendant.
Oh, thank you.
5 minutes, then she's happily talking to the.
Defense, so you want to,
Are we on the record, Judge?
just 1 second, I'm trying to figure out. So are you going to be asking that you're allowed to question her about her status?
Well, I wanted to find out what exactly her status was. If she's not been charged with anything,
I don't believe, I mean, she,
would this cover federal stuff too? Or-
yes, so the thing it says. In whatever, but it's still pending, there's no prescription, she's not in order to be a loser or anything like that.
So. But it does, well, it says non-immigrant overstay.
Hi, Albert. Thank you so much. All right, so this
Yeah,
will
so
be the
there's-
witness that you will represent.
Right, so regarding the hearsay.
Had a hearing yet on whether or not she should be in the United States or not.
Is that accurate?
That's correct, she's still in the process of having a hearing. She's not been ordered to do her hearing.
All right, so with regards to questioning her about her status, I'm not going to allow it at this time. If the door is open to something, or you think the door has been open to anything, or you think it's become relevant, then just approach and we'll have a hearing.
Yeah.
All right. And then Attorney Albert Charis has just been appointed to her out of the abundance of caution. Right. And Mr. Charis, if you want to speak with the state and the defense
Yes.
and with her, you're more welcome to do so, and then we'll call the jurors back in.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to take the opportunity to talk to everybody.
All right, thank you. Thank you for coming.
So Albert.
We're ready.
It's just that we have, we're just, or it's this all.
Oh, I mean, can't they just?
Yeah, it's just that she has no hers.
Yeah, almost there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next witness is going to use the interpreter. Remember my previous instructions, whether you speak Spanish or not, the official answer to questions are what the interpreter translate. Does everyone understand? All right. So state, call your next witness.
It calls Maria Salud Zubieta.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do swear so.
All right, you can lower your hand, and if you'll state your name for the record.
M.A. Salud Subieta Arbizu.
M.A. Salud Subieta Arbizu.
All right, state you may proceed.
Good morning. How old are you currently?
48 años.
48 years old.
And do you have children?
Sí,
Yes.
How many children do you have?
3.
3.
Were you married in the past?
En el pasado estaba casado.
In the past, I was married.
And what was your husband's name?
Ex esposa.
My ex-husband?
Well, let me ask you a different question. In 2023, where was your home located?
7718 Winsford Drive.
7718 Windsor Drive.
Okay, and was that located in San Antonio, Texas?
Así es.
That's right.
And at that time that you lived at 7718 Winsford Drive, were you married?
Vivía con una persona.
I lived with somebody.
And was that your partner at the time?
Sí.
Yes.
And what was his name?
Se llama Gerardo Salas Escobedo.
His name is Gerardo Salas Escobedo.
Okay, and who else lived at your home at 7718 Winsford Drive?
Mi hijo
My son,
es cubano, Duniel.
Cubano Duniel.
Okay, and so can you explain to the jury at your house, did you have a main house and a little house in the back, or how was your home organized?
La casa principal habitábamos el padre de mi hijo,
At the main house lived my son's father,
mi hijo y yo.
my son, and myself.
En la parte de atrás había un cuarto
In the back there was a room
en el cual se le rentó a cubano.
in which it was rented to Cubano.
Okay, and Cubano, is that who you said is Duniel Valadares Fernandez?
Yes, Duniel Salazar.
Así es.
That's right.
Okay, and was Cubano Duniel's nickname?
Era su apellido, era su sobrenombre.
Todos le decían cubano.
Everybody called him Cubano.
Okay. Now I want to talk to you about February 16th of 2023. Do you recall that date?
Claro que sí.
Of course, yes.
And why do you remember that day?
Porque asesinaron a cubano ahí en mi casa.
Because they murdered Cubano at my house.
Okay. Now I want to talk to you about February 16th, 2023, starting in the morning. Okay. Where did you go in the morning, or what happened in?
En la mañana nos fuimos para Houston.
Morning, we went to Houston.
Era el cumpleaños de mi hijo
It was my son's birthday.
y el señor Gerardo Salas dijo que fuéramos a Houston a dar una vuelta porque no se le iba.
You're saying.
All right. Could I have parties approach? And I forgot to have, if I could have the interpreter approach, please. To the witness, you're not allowed to say what anyone else told you. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. State, you may continue.
Okay, so let's talk about the morning on February 16th of 2023. That morning, did you wake up at your house?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, and inside of your house, who else was there with you on that day inside of your?
Mi hija y mi nieta.
My daughter and my granddaughter.
Okay. And at some point, did Gerardo come to the house?
Gerardo estaba también en la casa.
Gerardo was also in the house there.
And then when did you and Gerardo decide to go to Houston?
Después de que Cubano le habló,
After Cubano called him.
que necesitaba hablar con él
You can
y
object to the hearsay, Judge.
All right. You're not allowed to say what anyone else has said to you. Do you understand?
Okay.
All right. State, you may proceed. The objection will be sustained.
Okay, so you stated Gerardo had received a call from Cubano, is that correct?
sí,
Yes.
Cubano le tocó.
Cubano knocked.
Okay, And who met Cubano at the door when he knocked?
Yo abrí la puerta.
I opened the door.
Okay. And then did Cubano talk to you or did he talk to Gerardo at that point?
Él me pidió que quería hablar con Gerardo y ya le hablé a Gerardo y Gerardo salió a hablar con él.
He asked me to talk to Gerardo. Gerardo came out and talked to him.
Okay. And then when Gerardo returned to your home, is that when the decision was made to go to Houston?
Sí.
Yes,
Okay. And so at the time that who all went to Houston?
Mi hija,
my daughter,
mi nieta,
my granddaughter,
mi hijo
my
y
son,
yo.
and myself.
Obviamente con Gerardo.
Obviously with Gerardo.
Okay. And do you remember what vehicle you all used to go to Houston?
La camioneta de Gerardo.
Gerardo's truck.
And do you recall what color Gerardo's truck was?
Negra.
Black.
Okay. And so do you remember, did you leave to Houston in the morning? Or at about what time did you leave to Houston?
Serían las 9:10 de la mañana.
It must have been around 9:10 in the morning.
Okay. At the time that you all left your home at 7718 Winsford Drive, who stayed at the house when you all left to Houston?
Cubano y mi cuñado Baldo.
Cubano and my
Baldo.
Ubaldo,
Okay,
my brother-in-law.
okay. So Cubano was at the residence and your brother-in-law Ubaldo, is that correct?
Sí.
Yes.
Ubaldo se quedó fuera lavando las camionetas.
Ubaldo stayed outside washing the trucks.
Okay. Now. Sorry, Judge, give me. Ma'am, did you have a camera system there at your house?
Sí.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna show you what has been marked as States Exhibits 76 and 77.
76 and what?
77. Have you had a chance to review States Exhibit 76 and 77?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And when you watched them, did you sign each exhibit?
Sí.
Yes.
And did you watch the exhibit in full?
Sí.
Yes.
And did the videos appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of the videos from the cameras at your home?
Sí.
Yes.
Now regarding the cameras that you had at your home, did you find them to be in good working order?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, and you knew how to operate the system, is that correct?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm also going to show you States Exhibits 58, 59, 60, and 61. Okay, do those appear to be photos of the camera system that you
Sí.
had there at your home?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, and the videos that are contained in States Exhibit 76 and 77 come from the
Sí.
camera systems that's
Sí.
in States Exhibits 58 through 61 inclusive.
Yes.
Judge, at this time, the state offers States Exhibit 76 and 77 and tendering the same defense for inspection.
May I take your own voir dire, Judge?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Zubieta, the prosecutor asked you about a DVR, right?
Correcto.
Correct.
Now, the DVR was located in Dunel's residence. Is that a yes or no?
No entendí la pregunta.
I did not understand the question.
The DVR, where was it located on the residence?
En la sala
In the living room,
Whose living room?
de mi casa.
my house.
Did Dunel Fernandez live in your house?
Y en la parte de atrás,
In the back.
And you rented to him, correct?
ahí se le rentaba.
That was rented to him.
And the DVR was not in his room,
No,
No,
it was in your house.
en mi casa.
in my house.
Who bought that DVR?
Nosotros,
We did.
When you say us, who do you mean? Did you buy it or did your husband buy it?
mi esposo.
My husband,
Who operated it?
Él o yo,
he or I.
Okay, so you operated it also.
¿verdad? Sí,
Yes. How often would you use it back in 2023? You yourself?
lo necesario.
What was necessary.
So you had control over it back then.
Si había necesidad de moverlo, le movía.
If there was a need to move it, I would move it.
And do you recall whether it was in good working order?
Claro que estaba funcionando.
Of course it was working.
No objections as to 76 and 78.
All right, no, 76 and 77.
77, sorry.
All right, States Exhibits 76 and 77 are admitted without objection.
Judge, I'm sorry, if I could just have a report. So just so everyone's clear, I'm gonna show you State's Exhibit number 12. Can you take a look at that for me? So what I'm gonna ask you in State's Exhibit number 12, whose house is this?
Mía.
Mine.
Okay, and is your house on the left side or the right side?
A ambos lados.
Both sides.
Okay, so did you, are both sides 7718 Winsford Drive?
7716 y 76. Los dos son de míos.
7716 and 77, they're both mine.
Okay, so one side, the left side is 7718, is that correct?
Sí,
And
Yes.
that's where you and Gerardo and your family lived, correct?
sí,
Yes.
And the side on the right is 7716 Winsford, is that correct?
sí.
Okay.
Yes.
And who lived in 7716 Winsford?
Anteriormente se le rentaba a Cubano
Before it was
y
rented to Cubano
a mi cuñado Ubato.
and my brother-in-law Ubaldo.
And at the time that this crime occurred, who lived in 7716 Winsford?
7716.
Yes, and
7716.
let me re-ask the question. At the time that the crime occurred, who was living in this right side?
No estaba rentado.
It was not rented.
Okay. And I'm showing you State's Exhibits 17.
Sí.
Yes.
what is this depicted right here?
La entrada de mi casa.
The entrance to my house.
Okay, was that the only entrance to your house or was there another entrance?
No, solamente eso.
No, just that one.
Okay. And State's Exhibit 21, is that the same, the only entrance to your house?
Sí.
Yes,
Now regarding State's Exhibit 23, are those the cameras that were there at the house?
Sí.
yes,
And where were those located?
Sí, en mi casa.
yes, at my house.
Okay, and where was that located? These cameras are located where the entrance was, is that correct?
Sí.
Yes,
And then in State's Exhibit number 24, is that the entrance to your house leading to your actual home where you stayed at?
Sí.
yes,
Okay. And in State's Exhibit number 25, is that your residence where you
Sí.
lived?
yes, yes.
Okay. And then behind your residence, did you have an additional living structure?
En la parte de atrás
That part,
Yes.
hay un cuarto que realmente no está adaptado para vivir, pero ahí estaba jugando.
there's a room there that's actually is not fit to live there, but Cubana was there.
Okay, and is that what's shown in State's Exhibit 62?
Yes.
What number?
62. Okay, and so in State's Exhibit 62, this shows where Cubano was living, is that correct?
Así es.
That's right.
And in State's Exhibit 25, that shows where you were living.
Sí.
Yes,
And in State's Exhibit number 25, this is your house where the camera system was contained, correct?
Así es.
that's right.
Okay. Judge, at this time, I would ask for permission to publish State's Exhibit 76.
All right, granted.
Okay, Ms. Subieta, I'm gonna show you a video. You can look at it on the screen to your right, or if you're having trouble seeing it, you can turn all the way around and look at the big screen behind you.
So there's the.
Ya está.
Okay.
And so who do we see on State's Exhibit 76 by the black truck?
Soy yo.
It's me.
Arriba la cámara la fecha.
And do you know who that is on the State Exhibit?
Baldo.
Baldo.
And these videos, are they from before you left to Houston?
Así es.
That's right.
And is that you that we see?
Sí.
with
Yes.
And the male that we see wiping the mirror, who is that?
Gerardo Salas.
Gerardo Salas.
Okay, and so who's taking off in the truck?
Gerardo, mi hija, mi hijo, mi nieta y yo.
Gerardo, my son, my daughter, and my granddaughter, and myself.
And who is that? They're still walking on the property.
Ubaldo.
Ubaldo.
And is it at this time that your family took off to Houston, Texas?
Así es.
That's right.
And whose blue car is that was Lee?
Es el carro de Ubaldo.
It's Osvaldo's car.
And what did we see this happen, if you know?
No, movió las cámaras.
He moved the cameras.
Okay, and so at this time, what are we seeing regarding the blue car?
Contra el carro azul.
Who does the blue car belong to?
¿Quién pertenece al carro azul?
A Ubaldo, mi cuñado.
Ubaldo, my brother-in-law.
What did the blue car just do?
¿Qué acaba de hacer el carro azul?
Se fue.
He left.
Do you know who's the person that we see on the screen?
Sí.
Yes.
Duniel. Duniel.
Duniel.
Okay. Mrs. Vieta, so when you and your family went to Houston, what did your family do in Houston?
Solamente fuimos a comer a un McDonald's.
We just went to eat at McDonald's.
Fuimos a una casa
We went to a house
que yo no conozco.
that I do not know.
Okay. When you went to that house, who was driving the vehicle?
Mi hija,
My
mi
daughter,
hijo, mi nieta y yo. Y
My-
Gerardo se bajó.
my son,
Would object to non-responsive.
Overruled.
I'm sorry, I think you didn't understand my question, so I'm gonna ask it again. Who was driving the vehicle the entire time?
Gerardo.
Gerardo.
Okay. And so when you were in Houston, who drove to that house that you didn't know or had never been to?
Gerardo.
Gerardo.
Okay, and when you all arrived at that home, did anybody get off of the car?
Sí.
Yes,
Who?
Gerardo.
Gerardo.
Okay, and everybody else in your family stayed inside of the truck?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what Gerardo did when he was inside of the home?
Objection
No.
calls for speculation.
Overruled.
No.
Okay. At some point, did Gerardo return to the truck?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And what did you observe regarding Gerardo when he was back in the truck?
¿Perdón?
I'm sorry.
What did you see about Gerardo once he got back into the truck?
Traía un sobre con dinero.
He had an envelope with money.
Okay. And what was Gerardo supposed to do with that money?
Objection calls for speculation.
Oh, that'll be sustained.
Do you know, was that money for Gerardo or did it belong to somebody else?
Objection speculation.
State response to speculation.
Judge, I don't think it's speculation because she was married or to Gerardo at the time. They were at least common law spouses, and so she would have known if that money was to go to them or if it belonged to somebody else.
Still speculation based on hearsay, Judge.
All right, with regards to hearsay, that'll be sustained.
After Gerardo received the money, then what happened?
Nos fuimos de ahí.
We left.
Okay, did you stay in Houston or did you start heading back to San Antonio?
Nos regresamos.
We came back.
Okay. And when you were coming back to San Antonio, once you were in your neighborhood, let me back up. On the way back from Houston, was Gerardo receiving phone calls?
Sí.
Yes.
And without saying what was said on the phone calls, did you observe who was calling Gerardo?
Objection
Sí.
calls for speculation.
Overruled.
Yes.
Okay, and without saying what was said, who did you see that was calling Gerardo?
Duniel y Moloch.
Duniel and Moloch.
Okay. Now regarding Moloch, what was his relation to Gerardo?
Amigos.
Friends.
And was Moloch friends with another person that's involved in this case?
Objection, overly broad question.
Overruled.
Sí.
Yes.
And who would that be?
El señor.
Object,
Gentlemen.
hearsay, speculation.
All right, that'll be overruled.
Y cubano.
And Cubano.
Okay, so, when you say the man, can you just point to that man and tell me what color of shirt he's wearing?
El señor Marco con la camisa azul.
Mr. Marco with the blue shirt.
And so you're saying that Moloch was friends with Gerardo, Marco Moreno Vasquez, and Duniel, is that correct?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And so when you all are on your way back from Houston to San Antonio, you observed Moloch and Duniel calling Gerardo, is that correct?
Sí.
Yes.
So once you all get close to your neighborhood, did you receive a phone call from anyone?
Así es.
That's right.
Who called you?
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Okay, and Lorraine, where was she living at this time?
Ella estaba en el 7716.
She was at 7716.
Okay. Now. I'm gonna show you State's Exhibit 12. Can you see?
Sí.
Yes.
And so Lorraine was living in this side, this unit.
Sí.
Is that
Sí,
correct?
pero
Yes.
sí.
Yes.
Okay. And when Lorraine called you, did that worry you?
¿Perdón?
I'm sorry.
When Lorraine called you, did you become worried?
Sí,
Yes,
Okay. And you still had not made it to the house yet, is that correct?
es correcto.
that's right.
Okay. Well, and then after Lorraine called you, did you see any vehicles that stood out to you?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, can you explain that to the jury, please?
Yo solamente vi la camioneta blanca
I just saw the white truck
transitando lentamente y con las
Driving.
luces apagadas.
driving slowly and with the lights off.
And have you seen an SUV similar to that before?
Sí.
Yes.
And who did you know that SUV to belong to?
Al señor Marco.
Mr. Marco.
Okay, so I'm gonna play the state's exhibit 76.
We played 76.
It's 14.
276 plus 14. This is the airport.
And so at this time in the video, you and your family still have not arrived back at the residence in the black truck, is that correct?
Es cierto.
That's right.
Bench, I hate to interrupt, but we need.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you your lunch break at this time, and we will be back at 1:30 p.m. Please remember my previous instructions. Do not think about this case unless you're in the jury box. And there are places you can walk along street level if you want to go off campus for lunch. Everyone, please rise for the jurors.
She's still not done.